Hello everyone. This will be something of a special video. Having won the game conventionally, I'm going to show off a little trick that I've alluded to several times throughout this Let's Play and prepare the characters for transfer to the two towers. So let's start with the trick. This is from a save right before we entered Moria. I'm heading down Redhorn Mountain, or Karadras. We skipped over this the first time because the snowdrift is impassable, and since we have not defeated the ice spirit or freed the bird, we are going to get some nasty events that we skipped over the last time. That does some damage, although because we have the Mirror of War, it's limited in scope. Now, the prompt is correct. We cannot travel through it, no matter what skill, item, or spell we use. However, you've probably noticed that the rest of the Fellowship do move around as you're marching along, and the triggers are only hit when Gandalf, or whoever our leader happens to be, hits them. So you can see a couple of the hobbits right here have actually gone a bit further ahead. So if we switch who our leader is, okay, Sam seems to be the furthest east, we can hop right over it. And from here, we can climb up, and voila, in position to fight Karadras. This works for pretty much any trigger in the game. Most of them are pretty long, thin sort of things to block you off, but can be hopped over. This will allow us to bypass the nasty event that kidnaps Frodo and Sam, and it can be used in a more widespread fashion. You can use this to get around pretty much anything that doesn't have a kind of very deep trigger. Anyway, I'm going to break here. I'm going to splice this into another video because I want to build as strong characters as possible for the transfer to the two towers. I'm going to make another video around, when I'm right ready to transfer them, and I'm going to splice the two of them together. So there might be a little bit of weirdness between the end of this video and the start of the next one. Hello everyone. I've mentioned several times in these videos that the game can be a bit glitchy. Because something came up while I was trying to optimize the party, I thought I'd showcase a few glitches. Here we are in Karadras's lair. You're supposed to be able to climb up this ladder and then get to the area with Karadras itself, but the trigger doesn't always work properly, especially if you keep running up in the ladder. That lets us get into this area, which there's nothing really to do here. They don't expect you to go into here, and but you can wander around and get lost. I just thought, because I'd mentioned the glitches that the game has, that I might want to showcase off a couple of them instead of usually trying to do things using editing tricks to hide them. This is actually the one that I'm going to showcase, the one that's going to cause me to have to restart and use a save from a brand new game rather than the one that was developed over the course of the Let's Play. So we're going to head to Lorien, having used the jump over the snow trick, and blah blah blah. We thus bypass the trigger that has Frodo and Sam be kidnapped. So heading back up to Lorien like we did last time. And yeah, run the race. Now we'll have to dismiss someone because we have 10 people in the party right now, and I wanted to recruit Celeborn so that he could give the Limbus out, and you transfer your items when you transfer characters. However, in what I can only assume the game getting confused between the two save files, he only has the Galadriel key that we left him with in the other save file 1, at the end of last game. I have no idea exactly why this would happen, but I can't see a way to fix it. And the game only allows you 2 save files, and if you start a new game, it removes your current saves. So I just wanted to showcase some of the glitches in this game, because it is old and it does have a few things that don't quite work as intended. Hope you found this entertaining. Alright, this is where we are in Lorien, having redone all of the various stat boostings I could get at. With the core fellowship, only the 4 hobbits, Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli transfer over to the 2 towers. With all of them, we should have gotten a overall boost of +5 to their dexterity, +11 to endurance and life, +1 to strength, +8 to will, with the exception of Gimli. He got +9, and enough luck to boost you up to the maximum of 100. Things that transfer over are your base stats that you see on the scroll, your skills. I believe your magic transfers over, which is why I've tried to stack Elbereth's for Frodo. His party is going to be the one that has the most risk of Nazgul, and whatever items are in your inventory. Most specifically, though, skills. Having skills that the character does not have in the base file causes some issues, and I have very deliberately avoided giving any skills to any of the Fellowship members we're transferring over. Also, I have tried to lighten the inventory, although I didn't do a great job for Frodo and Sam. Just showing off what we will be transferring over, because items in your inventory, again, do transfer over. I've made sure everybody has weapons and armor, and some healing items. I've also gotten rid of all of... I should get rid of some of this stuff here. I won't need the ice staff. We won't need a bow. I want to have room for when we pick up more stuff in the 2 towers. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of the reforging. I've been getting rid of all of those, like, little defense items. I've never been 100% sure how useful they actually are. And the game does have some weird things, about items that you could transfer over from the first game that don't have corresponding items in the in this game. I've also gotten rid of all the Athelas. There are a couple of quests in the 2 towers that require use of Athelas, and the game gets weird if you try to use Athelas that you brought in from the last game, so I've been avoiding it. You'll note that I've given Aragorn Glamdring and Trollslayer, because I would like to keep the magic swords, and Gandalf does not transfer over. I don't think they want to risk you getting both Gandalf the Grey and Gandalf the White. Boromir, of course, dies between games, so we will not have him. And we can actually just transfer this this party right here. I also got rid of most of the tools. They just do not have checks that... Actually, did I throw out the shovel already? Yeah. They just do not have checks in 2 towers that are useful. Anyway, this will be the last video for the first game, and we will resume with the 2 towers.